He's actively recruiting
right
you
now.
right now.
We have just completely revamped, and the equipment is actually showing up today.
If there was a movie about Jon Sumrall's life, who would you pick to play you?
Gronk.
Right.
Yeah, Gronkowski. These are mine.
You see they got the Swarovski crystals on here too?
Oh, yeah.
They got it all. What's the setup right here?
We're at Las Vegas Hotel now.
What's going on, y'all? This is Damien Harris here. We're at the University of Florida. Guess what? I've got my own one-on-one special tour with none other than head coach Jon Sumrall. We're gonna go inside and check it out real quick. Follow me. Ooh, y'all see this? You see how they just open the doors up when we walk in? Is this a Gator welcome right here? What's up, coach?
Got the red carpet treatment for you.
Yes, sir.
Door opens, you don't have to use your fingerprint or nothing.
Man, I like it here.
Yeah,
I
man.
like it here. Coach, how you doing?
Great, man. Welcome to Florida, bro.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
glad
man.
to
This
have
is quite the welcome we got here. You
Yes.
walk in, you see trophies, you see stuff over here, you see stuff over there, you see wonderful people everywhere.
Yeah, you get fed over here.
Okay.
You see the history of Florida football and all the other sports here with the championships that have been won. And then sort of our players lounge, student athlete lounge, where they have games and all that stuff right when you walk in.
Man, listen, so you heard it. They got it all, and we can't wait to get started with the tour. So wherever you want to take us first, you lead the way.
Excited to show you. Yeah, come over here. We'll go look at our dining facility. So this is where all of our student athletes have access to 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like the food's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like it's big time.
You know, so when we were walking in here, I peeked over some shoulders and looked at some plates, and I was happy with what I saw. So I know you're not lying because I've seen it for myself.
Yeah, no, this is well-rounded. Like for your weight loss, weight gain, whatever you need to be, they're gonna meet your needs. The crew that works back here is phenomenal. Like they do a great job. You've got everything from your fruit all the way to your salad bar. All right, everything you want. Like this is all the cold bar stuff.
So when you come in here, what's the Jon Sumrall special?
So I just ate lunch here.
Okay, all right.
I'm not on the weight gain plan anymore. And so,
you look solid size in a good way.
So I went salad with balsamic dressing, turkey burger.
Okay.
No bun today.
No bun.
And brown rice that's my lunch today. So trying to live a little bit clean.
So you're trying to set the example, huh? So whenever the players come in here and they see Coach Sumrall eating, and they're like, no cake, no none of this, none of that, only good stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to live like I want them to live a little bit.
Practice what you preach, people.
Yeah.
Practice
So you can. Now there are desserts in here, and they'll get you in trouble.
Don't tell me about that now.
You got your burger station, and then all your hot bar stuff over here. So.
Okay.
Your basically your carbs, your rice, your potatoes, whatever you want, and then all the way around you got your normal cereal bar. Like I said, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all right here for all student athletes.
Yeah. So whenever we had this at Bama, like we use this as an opportunity to get affiliated with other athletes, with other students on campus. Do you see a lot of players in here talking to people that aren't necessarily football players, like developing that on-campus relationship, I guess?
Yeah, the little camaraderie. Yeah, I think one of the cool things about it is it's in the football building, but it's for all student athletes. And so you do see every sport come through here to eat lunch or eat dinner. And so the interactions, you get to know each other, you get to do life with each other, support each other, have each other's back. And so one other cool thing I'll show you back here, not to put you guys in a bad spot, but
that's all right.
you can go, they can order stuff on their phone. You can put it in your app, what you want for lunch. It's sitting here waiting for you at the hot bar to come grab.
2 things I want to say. One, you know how much college football has changed when long snappers got their own to-go boxes, right? College football has changed. But number 2, like this looks like if you're a DoorDasher, right? You can literally as a player, you can DoorDash your meals to your own facility and just pick it up. You don't have to pay no delivery fee, no service fee, no fee at all. It's free of charge.
You can finish your workout, grab your phone, punch in what you want, go take a shower, come here and pick it up.
Yeah. To catch the people up. So he dated himself a little bit, right? I know he looks like a young guy. He's a little bit on the older side because he actually coached against me.
Coached against him in 2018.
When I was in Alabama in 2018. And you said it was something like DK Metcalf, he scored on y'all's first offensive play.
And it was game over
and
after
then
that.
0 points after that.
We did not score again. We didn't stop Alabama much after that drive. But y'all had some dudes. I remember pregame warm-ups thinking, all right, they look pretty good over there.
But y'all got some dudes too, so
we did.
We're gonna check that out. Coach, before you take us to the next special spot, we figured the CAF was a perfect place to do a little this or that, and we actually gonna start with some food, believe it or not. So Jon Sumrall, this or that edition. Burger or pizza?
Burger.
Burger?
Yes, burger.
Bun or no bun? Because you was talking earlier about how you didn't have the bun.
Yeah, well, what day of the week? If it's Monday through Friday, I'm going to try to go no bun.
Okay.
If it's Saturday, I'm going to go bun with a cold beer and French fries and the whole deal.
Okay, you going a whole 9 after a
Monday
big
through
win.
Friday, just burger.
Okay, all right, next one. Movie or TV show?
Movie. I'm not consistent enough with time to like do
Sure.
a TV show.
I feel like a coaching job doesn't necessarily give you the time to just sit down and watch a TV show.
No, I
and catch
can't.
up.
Like, hey, what times they come on each week? I don't care. I don't have time for that.
Sure. All right, game-sealing sack or game-sealing interception?
Ooh, interception.
Interception?
Yeah, but I've been a part of both, and they're both great.
Ooh,
but
dust some shoulders off now.
But interception, you're watching it, and you're like, oh gosh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And the play gets
It's
made.
coming.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Massive road win or a massive home win?
Man, there's nothing like winning at home. I don't like going on the road and winning is a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
but defending your own turf, I think, is really special. You can't let people come in your house and do anything on your territory.
Yeah, you got to protect home field. Brisket or pulled pork?
Ooh, that is hard. This is the first one I've been like, all right, both, but I'll take pulled pork day in, day out. I like brisket, but if you said, hey, you got to eat this every day, I'm going pulled pork.
Are you sure?
I am.
You
yeah.
positive?
Positive.
I don't know. I'm going to agree with you just because we on your home turf, so I'm going to agree with you. Okay. Music or podcast?
Music.
Music.
Yeah, I listen to music on my run. I ran 4 miles this morning.
Damn, you done did everything, and it's new.
I'm not listening to a podcast on my run because I need something to get me going and make me run a little bit faster.
All right, sounds good. Tropical getaway or a mountain getaway?
Tropical, all day, every day.
You trying to go to the beach?
Yeah, I'm at the beach.
You got a beach in mind right now as we're talking about it?
Several of them. Yeah, several of them. Yeah,
Several?
lots of spots.
Okay, all right. Well, I think I know the answer to this because we're in Florida, but warm weather, cold weather?
Warm weather, all day, every day.
That way you can go to the beach.
Yep.
Coffee or energy drink?
Ooh, both.
Oh my God, your poor heart.
So,
your poor heart, man.
So I wake up 4:30 a.m.
Okay.
Pre-workout, get my run or my lift.
Yeah.
And then I'm usually 2 or 3 cups of coffee in the morning before lunch, and then one more energy drink in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm pushing the limits there.
Who is your PCP, your primary care physician? Because I might need to talk to them. After
Yeah,
this.
so
I might have to talk to them.
My trainer, I did just go get blood work last week to make sure everything's looking good.
Everything's
so
good?
Everything's good.
All right,
We're
cool. Then
great.
we won't even
We're
say
good.
anything else about it. Would you rather have super speed or super strength?
Super speed.
Super speed?
Yeah, super speed.
Okay. Masters weekend or March Madness?
Oh my gosh! Like, what are we doing? I'd say Masters weekend. I think I gotta go Masters weekend. And Fred Ridley, who's the chairman of Augusta National, played golf here at Florida.
All right.
So Todd Golden's my guy here in basketball, our basketball coach.
Yeah.
We're close too. But Fred Ridley's he's in charge of that deal, so we gotta go Fred.
There you have it. This or that with Jon Sumrall. Show us what else we got to see.
Awesome. This is our student athlete lounge. Basically, you got a golf simulator.
Don't tell me you got a golf simulator.
You got a golf simulator right here. You got video games, pop a shot, all the stuff. You pool table, air hockey. Really just kind of a hangout spot for our guys when maybe in between meetings, after class, after a meal, whatever, just to kill a little time and come hang out. And as you walk through this, there's a virtual reality room right here, and then a barber shop, so you can get your hair done right here.
Let me ask you
too.
this. I don't mean to interrupt you. What do y'all not have here?
You know what? That's a great question. Nothing that I can think of. When I was getting ready to take this job, they're like, Coach, what do you see as our weaknesses? I'm like, well, the only thing I see is we hadn't been winning enough. But other than that, you got everything else I could ever want.
Yeah. What's the setup right here?
We're at Las Vegas Hotel now. I mean, it's different out here.
Yeah, we in there talking about gambling. We talking about pools. All you can eat food.
You come out here and you've got basically a lounge, a pool for all our student athletes as well, where they can sort of just kind of relax, unwind, hang out, spend a little time. Basketball hoop on the other end. Just everything you want right here. So it's legitimately like a country club. I mean, you got a pool, you got all the food you could ever want. You've got the entertainment space in between. This is a great place for our student athletes to lounge. There's a hot tub on the backside. really cool area.
So I'm assuming that the idea behind having all of these things at the football facility is so you can have guys in the building as much as possible. That way, even when you're not in meetings or you're not actively coaching a young man, you can still say what's up. You can still go to the golf simulator. You can work on those relationships, not just the guys making relationships with other students, but that's a way to strengthen that relationship between the staff and the players as well.
No question. The environment of our building, I want to be a place where our players want to come hang out.
Absolutely.
And yeah, there's times we're in really formal meetings that they're getting coached hard and they're hearing the truth about how we have to improve in certain areas of our game. But I also want them to know this is a fun place to be. And you got the pool, you got everything else here. You could want to entertain yourself in between what you're doing with, whether it be school or football, to find the right environment to have a good time.
Man, this is special.
Yeah.
This is special. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but I removed my CBS hat this morning and I put on my 5-star running back. So he's actively recruiting me right now. And I can tell y'all, from what I've seen so far, I may or may not be sold. But there's more to see, though. There's more to see. I'm holding my commitment. I'm holding it, as the kids do these days. I want to see some more. What more do you have to show me?
We're going to get there by the end of the day. Don't worry. By the time you leave, you're going to be committed.
Yeah, or maybe I won't leave. Maybe I'll just,
you'll just stay.
I'll just stay my ass in Gainesville.
We'll just move you in.
You know, some things were put in place before
way
you were
before
here.
my
You just
my
walked
time.
into the situation.
Yeah, way before my time. Now, you can see sort of right here, this entry area is Jeremy Foley Hall of Champions. So you've got SEC champions, national champions, in football trophies. Jeremy Foley, the former athletic director here, really kind of established what the standard of Florida athletics is all across the board, not just in football. And so our Hall of Champions is named after Mr. Foley. Our current AD, Scott Strickland, but you see Jeremy around, he still lives in town. He's very active in the community, and it really put Florida athletics on the map, to be quite honest.
And honestly, what better motivation when you walk right in the door than national championship, SEC championship? Hello, everybody. Just trying to make this as fluid as possible. This is head coach Jon Sumrall, in case y'all were wondering.
All right, still work here. Yeah,
Right.
come on in.
Please, thank you so much.
So this is really the formal entryway to football now. So you leave the Hall of Champions, you walk right into the football entrance, where this is where we do day-to-day life as a football program. And so you got the video screen here, which is really cool, showing highlights from different eras. And then as you walk in, the striping right here, the lights, this is like the middle stripe on our helmet decal. So white, blue, then orange, inside to out. So you feel like you're walking through the helmet logo, if you will, as you walk in the building. Their cubbies where they get their gear that's washed every day. The equipment room's right here on your right.
You want to take a sneak peek?
Yeah,
this one happened.
Somebody didn't close theirs, but
see, now you're going to have to find out who 127 is.
120, locker 127.
Whoever you are, 127, I outed you, and I'm not sorry, because the pain of discipline is better than the pain of regrets.
So they pick up their gear here. That's our window where it's open during practice days, where if they need something from the equipment room, they walk up and get whatever they need. That's the main door to the equipment room. That's like Fort Knox kind of. So we got the Jordan brand, the Jumpman stuff, which all the guys love, but they're not allowed behind that door. They go to the window.
Yeah,
so,
I can imagine if you just let it be a free-for-all, y'all might not have
much left.
Y'all might have
and then you walk into here, this is the nutrition room. So we have a phenomenal team that serves our group with nutrition, supplementation, et cetera. It's a little bit quieter like right now because the guys just finished spring semester, so they're on kind of an intermediate summer break. But these storage areas usually just have protein drinks, Gatorade, and then maybe applesauce type things, products right here, cheese. The far end usually has all the like beef jerky, more hearty protein bars, the heavier stuff. And then back here is where they blend all the guys' protein shakes or smoothies that are independent. So you can kind of see each one has a unique name, like Gainesville, that's the weight gain one, right? And so each one's got a different name. They'll name them after a player during certain periods of the year. Like if a player has maybe a big game, he'll get to name his own smoothie for the week, for the team. And you come down here and they've got them all with your name written on it for exactly what you need, which is really cool.
Y'all know how to incentivize guys around here, man. Y'all know how to make guys feel special. Look, I want to ask you this, though, because there's like these Twitter accounts, these Instagram accounts who go through how many like Uncrustables and Rice Krispie treats teams go through during like a hot practice, right? So like it's a sweltering ass day here in Gainesville. How many Uncrustables and Rice Krispie treats do you think you guys are going to
I can't even imagine. I would say at least Uncrustables like 300 to 400. Damn. Yeah, because when you think about it, it's 115 guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Each guy eats a couple probably a day. During those like training camp times. And so, it's this place is busy. Like right now it's quiet because the players have a little time off.
Yeah.
But this place is usually bustling. It's usually popping. And then right here you got our NFL wall right across from it. So
I'm sorry I got distracted over here, but it's just like
food.
There's food over here. There's TV screens.
So
there's pools.
So you get the highlights from all the NFL players that are Florida alums, which is really cool. So as you're sitting here, we're making our way to the weight room through the nutrition room, but you have the NFL wall right here, which is really cool, functional, usable space so that there's not any dead space in the NFL wall. It's a place you pass by all the time.
Yeah, I think there's something lost in today's age of college football about walking in and learning the history of those who preceded you, learning the guys on the wall, learning what they did. What are some of the plays that Vernon Hargraves III made, you know what I mean? Like, and especially now because college football is so transactional, and there's a lot of times where you'll have a senior that's walking in here for his last year of football. As much as you want him to be the best player for the team, you also want him to know what it means to be a Gator.
Yeah, have an appreciation for those that have come before you. You know, I mean, you talk about Vernon Hargraves III, you got Kyle Pitts on the screen right here. Like, there's been a lot of great players come through the University of Florida. And for our current guys to be able to look up and not have to go find it, but it's right here in front of them as they pass by it from the locker room, nutrition room, onto the weight room, they see it every day. You can't avoid it. It's right there in front of you.
Yeah, you said it yourself. There's no problem recruiting at the University of Florida. You will always be able to get good players.
Not hard. We get everybody on this campus. Everybody wants to come check it out. The reputation precedes itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, what's next?
Headed to the weight room. All right, so from here, this could be a unique weight room tour. So as you walk through, our nutrition officers are here. The weight room, we have just completely revamped, and the equipment is actually showing up today.
Really?
So we put a whole new flooring system in this past week, and then today, Sornex is coming in, and we're gonna put in all new Sornex racks throughout the entire weight room. So really investing in our student athletes. You know, I think really what the individual player development happens at the collegiate level from an 18-year-old to a 23-year-old, so much of it's right here. I think so much of it, it happens in the weight room because your toughness, your confidence, all that's built in this room right here. And I really think the identity of your team is forged in this room. And so we're putting a lot of resourcing into this since I took the job. It was an area for me, selfishly, that I felt like we needed to address to maybe make our own and maybe make it more serviceable to our players to where we could help them grow.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I'd love to ask you in a sit down, but we have the perfect opportunity right now. What is the identity that you want guys that walk in this room to gain?
Well, yeah, so our 4 core values are attitude, toughness, discipline, and love. All right, and I think the toughness of your football team is created right here. I think by how you work, the work standards day in, day out. They spend more time around the strength coach probably than they do me some days, right? And so I want the culture of our team when they come in here to be like, hey, we're gonna outwork people. We're gonna move more weight. We're gonna get gritty, all right? And so I think that's built in here. I also think your confidence as a player is built in this room.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're strong, you're confident. Like, that's why I work out, because I like to feel good about myself. And so if you go run or you go lift, you automatically feel like you got a little different bounce about you. And so our guys in this room, to me, this is so much of the area where games are won is by the work you put in here.
So let's go a little quick rapid fire. Biggest football pet peeve?
Guys that are more worried about like their drip or whatever they're wearing. Like, I'm cool, like look good, play good, I got it. But like, I don't need 19 wristbands.
Yeah, or 2 mouthpieces, one of which is
one I'm wearing
neon
and one
green.
is dangling. Yeah. So let's just look clean, because usually if you look clean, you play clean too. So like, let's be clean.
Young men and women, look clean, play clean.
Yep. What's
the hardest position to play in football?
It's quarterback. I mean, and here's the deal. There's so much on the guy, not just public scrutiny, but also, you know, changing plays, getting in and out of certain things. You touch the football every play, right? So like the distribution of the football, changing protections, Leading, I think your quarterback has to be an elite leader for your team to go the places you want to go as a championship caliber team. And so I just think there's so much that goes in with that position, really more from the mental than people realize. Like, it's not the physical part, it's the mental part of that position that I think is the hardest.
You know, one thing that Bill Belichick used to tell Tom, the one year that I played with Tom in New England, and we'll have to censor this, but he would always tell Tom and all the quarterbacks, your job as a quarterback is if the play is up, you have to it.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, from alignment, assignment, technique, you have to it for 11 other guys. Or for 10 other guys, 11 on the field at a time. So I agree.
Well, the responsibility of quarterback to me is bigger than just throwing the football.
Absolutely.
Like people, and I've seen a lot of guys that have rocket arms that don't know how to lead well. I've seen a lot of guys that got big arms that don't know how to interact with their teammates the right way. I've also seen a lot of guys with big arms that can't really learn or process the game. And so seeing the game, understanding how to communicate at a high level, lead others, there's so much that goes into playing quarterback that's not throwing the football.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Go-to pregame hype song as a player.
You know what? As a player, I was listening to Pearl Jam probably. Like in
you just took so many people back right there.
Lots of Pearl Jam, maybe a little bit Metallica, but probably one of those two. Maybe Guns N' Roses. Those were that's sort of my wave.
Okay, and now as a coach, go-to music.
Some of the similar stuff, you know. But I'll also say this: I'm able to find maybe fieriness out of maybe a different style of music. So like, I can listen to like White Horse by Chris Stapleton, and that can still get me amped in a different way because it like helps you focus and be dialed in.
You almost brought a tear to a thug's eye. We're White Horse right there, boy, man. Okay, what's your favorite Florida uniform combo?
Man, I like orange, blue, white. That's sort of our traditional home look. I'm maybe a purist at heart in a lot of ways. That's why I don't like too much extra swag.
Drip.
And so, yeah, the drip. And so orange helmet, blue jersey, white pant, that's my jam.
Okay, you guys are at Jordan School. What's your favorite pair of J's?
Golly, I don't even know which ones they are. The low ones they gave me when I got announced here. I got some that were clean. I got on the plane. I'm wearing some nice dress shoes with my suit. And they're like, Coach, you got to wear J's here. And at your press conference, I'm like, I look at my wife. I'm like, hey, is that cool? And she's like, yeah, it sounds like it's cool. Yeah. And so I throw them on. And then they tell me what the pair of Jordans I'm about to put on resell at on the secondary market. I'm like, whoa. I don't know if I can wear these. So I think it was Jordan 1s. Yeah, it was Jordan 1s. So it was Jordan 1s I was wearing.
Jordan 1s introductory press conference as a Florida head coach.
Those are sweet. I've worn them at a couple of our basketball games too. And everybody that sees them, I get compliments. They're all like, those are sweet. Where do you get them? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you got to be the head coach of the University of Florida and don't know how you do that because we already got our guy. Which SEC city has the best food?
Oh, gosh. You know, I don't know. That's something I probably can't answer to because when I go to them, I don't necessarily eat at them. Like when I've been in all these cities, I've lived here, I've lived in Oxford, Mississippi, I've lived in Lexington, Kentucky, but I really don't go out to eat much. I eat at my house probably more than I do. So to be safe, I'm gonna say Gainesville just because that's where I'm at. So
safe. But I do have to disagree with you because I am also a Kentucky boy, and I tell you, do not sleep on Lexington, Kentucky food.
Lexington's got good food.
Farm to table.
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah,
it's strong.
Don't, especially with a good glass of bourbon.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, what is your least favorite SEC visit or SEC city to visit?
You know, I like going to all of them. I really do. I enjoy going on the road, and there's none of them. Yeah, there's none of them that I'm like that bother me. I've really always enjoyed going on the road and playing other places. So there's not one that I'm like, oh no, I don't want to go there.
Okay, all right. Last one, best one. If there was a movie about Jon Sumrall's life, who would you pick to play you?
Gronk. Yeah, Gronkowski. I'd have to have. That's
that tells me a lot about you.
Yeah, I think Gronk's got to do it. Or I'll tell you a funny story. Me and my wife, when I was coaching at Tulane as an assistant coach, we're walking down Magazine Street. True story. My wife will tell you this. And my wife, she like knows everybody. Like she's a socialite. She's connected. And so we're walking down Magazine Street. On the side away from the river. And on the river side of Magazine Street, this girl, younger than us, yells across the street, and she's yelling at us. I'm like, Jenny, do you know her? Assuming my wife has to know her from like her workout studio or whatever. And my wife's like, no, I don't think she's yelling at me. And I'm like, well, who's she yelling at? Because she's definitely yelling at us. And she's yelling at me, and and we finally, I couldn't hear what she's saying. And my wife goes, excuse me? And the girl goes, Channing, are you Channing Tatum?
Stop.
And my wife goes,
Stop.
Yeah, I swear to God. And my wife goes, I can assure you he's not Channing Tatum. so I got a Channing Tatum accusation. I'm like,
okay, all right.
So I told my wife, I'm like, hey, you better watch out. Like some other girl thought I was Channing Tatum.
You feel me? Just don't tell her that, you know, like I said, the people that gather around that pool, don't tell her that they call you Channing Tatum as well. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right.
No, they don't.
Rapid fire with Jon Sumrall, and according to him, Gronk should play him. According to him.
Or according to somebody else, maybe Channing Tatum.
Maybe Channing Tatum. Yeah. Who the hell knows? But what I do know is we're going to look at more of this campus, and you're just going to be you that shows us.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Come on. This kind of gives you the full realization of what's going on in this room. And we've had to move all of our other auxiliary stuff, dumbbells, and all that stuff, benches out here into the indoor because our players have the last week off, the next couple weeks are off until we resume for summer workouts. And so we've moved all of that stuff that so we can clear the floor for the flooring to go down and the Sorinex racks to be put in. We've cleared all the stuff into the indoor for the last week or so for a lot to happen. So this will all move back in. This is a full 120-yard indoor with an extra 10 yards on the backside down there. So you've really got 130 yards of turf, which is nice. So you can get the lineman work down on the other end. And they're not necessarily in the way of the middle of drills. Gives us, this is the defensive end of the indoor. That's the offense when we're in here. These garage doors open right up to our grass practice field. So we want to transition in and out. We just run right back and forth inside to outside right here, which is really nice.
And how much time do you guys spend practicing inside?
Not a ton, to be quite honest with you. If it's lightning, obviously you have to. Rain doesn't bother me. We got to play in rain, so we go outside if we can. And it's not lightning. We usually do our pre-practice flex in here and maybe walk through in here. And then we might kick field goals in here, but because we play most of our games on grass, I prefer kicking on grass. So we transition out period one. And then we're out pretty much most of practice. We might, when we two-spot drills, because I like to do 11 on 11 two-spot in a lot of drills. So one of them may happen in here at times just because the transition from field to field makes it clear from not having to go here all the way to the farthest field that's grass. But we spend a lot of our off-season time in here, a lot of walkthrough time in here, and then when it thunders or lightnings, have to come in here. But I like to go in grass as much as possible.
It's just something about being in here. It just feels like football. I don't know if it's the weights over here. I don't know what it is, but just being in here, it just gives me the feeling of football.
Yeah, it's cool in here. This is a great space, facility-wise. We've got everything we need. We don't have any excuse for a facility standpoint. We've also hosted other things in here, like our coaches clinic. Like this past March, our coaches clinic, I opened it up, but then after I talked, you had Liam Cohen, the head coach of the Jags. Then you had Urban Meyer, former Florida head coach, obviously. And then you had John Gruden. So we had three headliners that were pretty strong with a coach's clinic in here of almost 500 people. So this is a great multi-purpose facility for us to use for our players, but also the general public.
Is there a story behind these rocks right here?
Those are Jesse's rocks.
Oh, okay.
He makes guys that we have a little punishment. You might have to push these, throw these, carry these.
Okay.
You never know.
So you know what we used to have to do? I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
And you, I mean, hell, you're probably familiar with this.
Push that down, push it.
Yeah, so we would take it on this floor, and then, so then you try to move this right here.
It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, see, we used to have to get down. And yeah, see, the bitch still don't move. It still don't move.
Stuck.
So
yeah, that ain't moving.
You want to talk about something?
The grip on this floor is real.
Yeah, nah, don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself in no trouble. Please don't. Because then, once you graduate from that, then you got rocks.
Yeah, you got rocks.
Then you got rocks.
Yep. Yeah, Jesse was the strength coach, the head strength coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, okay.
And then my head strength coach, Rusty Witt, who works for me, him and Jesse had a prior relationship that were really close.
Yeah.
Jesse was on staff here when I took the job, so he was one of the guys who got retained.
What's that process like of your head coach? You get hired somewhere, and you got to figure out who do I bring versus who do I retain versus who do I show the door?
You still have to have a collection of people that know how you want things done. And so a lot of people, come with you, but at the same time, you're tasked with doing the best job for building the staff you can for where you are. And there's a lot of people that have been with me that could easily be here, but then when I took this job, got promotions where they were. So, but as you work through it, I always start with who's in the building. My first head coaching job at Troy, I walked in, Out of the 10 full-time coaches, they'd been 5-7 for 3 straight years. I walked in, I kept half the staff that was already there. And everybody's like, what are you doing? You're keeping that old staff that didn't win any games. I'm like, well, doesn't mean they're not good. They just maybe need a little direction or leadership change. And the next year we went 12-2 and won the conference title and finished 19th in the country in all of college football. And half the staff was the exact same. And so I always walk in and try to evaluate. Like, the old adage, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth so you can listen, not talk. I try to gather as much information about what's been going right, whether it be from players or other people I may trust within the program. And then, hey, what's not been going right? What needs drastic sweeping change? And so every time you walk into a new job, there's differences that are there. Rusty Witt was the head strength coach at Troy when I took the job, who's my strength coach here now. I was getting ready to fire him. And the more I got to know about him, I'm like, oh, this guy actually fits what I want to do.
Well, you talk about when you're establishing all this, you want to do things the right way. And I think something else that you've gotten a lot of attention for doing the right way is how you left Tulane. And you had a quote where you talked about, well, how you walk into a place is important, but how you walk out of it is just as much, if not more important. So explain even more why you have the mentality of just giving guys the right opportunity, even if it's not for you.
Well, I think as a head coach, you're not there to be served. You are there to serve others, right? And so if I focus on myself, then I'm not doing my job. My job is to actually focus on all the other people around me to help equip them to become their best. And through that, you have to be willing to let them understand maybe where they need to grow, but then also it's time to let them go fly off and do their own thing too. And then I think looking back, going back to what you said about when you leave a place, to me, you have to show gratitude for places that have given you an opportunity to do something special in your life or within your career. And so if someone had wanted me to leave Tulane any differently than I did, I wouldn't have taken their job. I was good, because I could have stayed at Tulane forever and loved it and never would have felt like I missed out on anything. Now, an opportunity like Florida calls, you pick up that phone call.
Yeah.
But if Florida had said, hey, you have to do it this way, I'd have said, I'm good. I'm going to do it the way I feel like it's the right way to do it, because I want to leave the place. It's given me and my family so much. I want to leave it the right way and give back. Yeah, so it's been cool. But
yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. All right, so we can roll back through here. This way, got it. All right, we're going here, all the way to the shoes, then back to the locker room. So right here, you can see we've got our helmets, the standard orange script Gators, but then everything we've worn throughout the history of Florida football. So lots of different throwbacks. You see this is sort of the Coach Spurrier era right here.
You don't say.
Yeah, so this is Coach Spurrier's time frame back in this direction. But so really just kind of everything from the beehive leather helmet from the early 1900s.
Pete Prisco's.
All the way down. And so really a cool way for our history of Florida football to be displayed in a pretty cool area where guys see it a lot and a lot of guests see it.
Okay. I will ask you, I know that you said, what was it? Orange helmet?
Orange helmet, blue jersey, white pants.
That's your number one combo.
That's my go-to.
If there were no orange helmets on here and you had to pick a helmet that's not going to be in this top row, if you had to pick a helmet for your first home game, which one would you pick?
I would probably, I do like the white and the blue. So and then I also like our throwback stuff. So like we'll probably have a throwback deal this year. I'm not going to announce when yet. I'm not going to break that news today. But I like sort of the throwback, the 60s to early 70s. The block UF I like, just the big F that used to be midfield here before the Gator head. I like that as well. I'm traditional, man. I like clean. And we got great colors, so we don't need to do anything crazy.
Yeah, true.
So you walk down here, being a Jordan Brand school, one of the unique things is our players get PEs or player exclusives. And so each year, Jordan Brand puts out a PE or a player exclusive for the University of Florida. Here's my favorite. So these are the ones they gave me.
Oh, these are the ones they gave you?
This is my press conference shoe right here. It's not up here, but this is my go-to.
Yeah, no, them the Jon Sumrall exclusive.
These are mine.
You see they got the Swarovski crystals on here too?
Oh, yeah.
They got it all.
That's mine right there.
You know what they say, drip or drown.
The high tops, I'm not quite as hip enough. Like you probably can go for that. I'm a little bit old. When you're in your mid 40s, it's not quite as cool, but these lows, that's my speed. But this is a cool case. where you can sort of see all the shoes and some of the PEs that our guys have gotten over the years.
Yeah, nah, this shit right here is crazy.
Yeah.
So, story about these. So these are the special retro Jordan 23s right here. I was talking to Ruben, our social media producer. If you had this pair right here, you might as well have been Michael Jordan himself.
Is that right?
That like this pair right here, whatever colorway. Like I remember I played on an AAU basketball team as a little kid this tall named Paul Price. He had on like some all black ones with some red, and they were the snakeskin joints. And I thought he was Mike. Like he literally turned into Mike.
Yeah.
But like being a football player, having access to this is like, I have to ask, why would you not come to Florida?
So at this point, this is really probably one of our neatest recruiting tools. Like players love the Jordan brand stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And so the opportunity to once a year get a PE or a player exclusive, you get one of these pairs of shoes once a year. It's a pretty neat perk for our guys. And you get something that isn't out there made accessible to the general public. So like this shoe, they only made a couple hundred of. So like you can't just go find this down at Dick's Sporting Goods. You gotta be at the University of Florida to get the shoe.
God, dog, man, this is
pretty cool.
This probably has to be like the most photogenic area of the facility.
It's one that's liked. I think this one, like, you know, the helmet one's cool, but I think the kids like to come down here and look at this. And I've got a bunch of these in my office too. So a lot of these
slight flex. I like it.
So I got a lot of these in my office laying around. So when recruits come in, they can kind of come see like, oh, look at these shoes.
Yeah.
And so they enjoy this. The guys like it. A lot of people sort of congregate here and like to look at the case and see what all's in here.
Where's your office again?
I'm upstairs.
I'll talk about it the day, man. So now this is going back on my dream board of like
when I get
this pair of 23s right here, Florida colors. That's when I can go home and tell my wife, baby, we made it.
Baby, we made it.
Yes. We made it, baby. I don't know that I've been to a place that has everything configured in a way of where you literally don't have to go anywhere. You just look in a different direction.
Awesome.
Yeah, you just look in a different direction if you want something.
Locker room, when I walked in here, I was like, when I took the job, I'm like, oh, because I've been in places we ain't had all this.
Yeah, no.
You know, so this is big time. Our players don't even know this yet, but up here, we're gonna put a family wall where each player will get to put a picture up that's whatever they consider their family right outside the locker room. So they don't know that yet. That hadn't been released to them yet.
That's special.
But this will be the family wall. So when you walk out of the locker room, you'll see whatever you consider your family right outside the locker room every time you walk out to practice. So something kind of cool that has not been here in the facility that I'm putting up. That I started doing that at Troy, took it to Tulane, and that's something that travels with me that we're going to put up as the family wall right here, which I'm pretty fired up about.
Dude, that honestly, I've got a hoodie on, but that gives me goosebumps.
It's cool.
Because, you know, you talk about, whenever you talk to individual players, right? Like as a player myself, people always talk about, well, what's your why, right?
Yep.
But then it becomes even more important when you start to understand the guy next to you's why. What is it about his situation, his circumstance that makes him go as hard as he? Well, guess what? I want to help him get out of that situation also. So
I think that's so much of being a good coach or a great teammate is really caring about wanting to know your teammate.
Yeah.
You know, and like understanding what makes them tick and who are they doing things for, like what people are behind their story. You know? So as you walk in, this is the locker room. You can see sort of all the teams we play this year, all the way at the top with the CFP.
That's the goal.
So the schedule lays out from left to right, first game, all right, and then on through. Okay. And then you get your team rules right here. Okay. And then this is sort of like a little bit of a lounge area where the guys, you can see sort of the locker format in the back, but you've got the massage chairs. You got places where if they want to come in here and eat, they can. They get their food to go from there. Like Rocco got his food to go. You can sit up here. They've always got different gaming systems are available for them to pull in here as well with the TVs. And you can see sort of our lockers are kind of really a unique deal, really embraces Florida. You got the gator skin back lit deal there.
I didn't even notice that when we came in here the first time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you got obviously some really good players here. You got Jaden Woods and Dallas Wilson, Eric Singleton, VB3, Miles Graham, big time players. But these are all reclinable, and they also all have a phone charger right here. And they also have a Normatec boot hookup in the back. So you can put your Normatec boots.
About to check this out.
Yeah, I haven't set in them, but so you got the phone charger there if you need it.
Yeah, you just.
Yep, and then back there behind you, you got the Normatec boot hookup.
It works
to the back left. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty cool. And they got the storage up top. Your little lockbox down here down.
Y'all still here? Why y'all bothering me right now, man?
Let him take a nap.
I'm trying to zen. Like, I'm trying to let me be at peace, bro. Like, I'm off the clock right now. But I'm still getting paid. Nah, this is like, cause I mean, so whenever like I said, Bama, we thought we originated like the cool gadgets, and all that stuff. The most we had was like the lock box on our locker. Like that was as high tech as it got. We ain't have no recliners. Like there's a locker next to the locker.
You got that, then you got all this. You got this down here for shoes.
Yeah.
Right? And then up top, that's where their helmet goes. And then you also got this up here. So that's the ventilating for your shoulder pads.
For your shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Got everything in this place, bro.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Literally everything.
Yep.
I love the intentionality of just where is this guy from?
Hometown.
If I'm gonna be sitting next to Jaden Woods, I want to know where Jaden Woods is from.
What's a cool story for me is I didn't recruit Jaden out of high school. He's a true freshman last year, going into his true sophomore year this year. Jaden, through the coaching change, he went in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
He OV'd another SEC school. Not gonna name the school. I got on the school plane and flew to his hometown and did an in-home visit with a guy that was on our roster to get him to stay at the University of Florida and spent time with his family. Glad he stayed, because not only is he a great player, he's a better person. Like he's the type of guy you want as your teammate. Yeah. And so really cool that we got him displayed right there, because he's the type of guy that makes coaching fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just a cool little area. And then all the way back goes all the lockers, and we don't need to go to the showers or the restroom or any of that. But all the stuff back there, some of our players are kind of in and out, even though it's discretionary. They're finishing finals this week. Okay. And so it's kind of low key. And then right here you got a TV where really it's just dress of the day. Oh. So like when they come out, this is our spring game dress of the day. Okay. But that way when they walk out of here, there's no excuse for like, you're wearing what you're supposed to wear. Like team issued, jump man only. Yeah. Like don't give me that.
So if you got to send somebody's ass back inside to change, like they got no excuse.
Bad news. Like it's not good for them.
Yeah, we're gonna see a different side of Jon Sumrall if you got to do that.
I'm gonna light them up if they come out. I had to do it a couple times this spring where guys thought they were gonna be their own wardrobe manager and decide what they wanted to wear, and I'm like, no, we ain't doing that here. Before we go upstairs, back here you'll see our training room. Man, this is state of the art. This is all really big time stuff.
Y'all got a receptionist desk at the
reception desk
in the training room. You got a receptionist. I've never.
You've got all the like the equipment you would need over here for rehab in regards to return to play stuff. It's like a little turf area. All the machines and computers to help maybe to gauge a guy's readiness on his strength numbers to getting back from an injury. So this is sort of like the training room's weight room, if you will, where they really test guys and push them to get back on the field on the recovery from maybe some sort of significant injury is right here. So this is the work area.
This is insane. Yes. I've been in a ton of college football facilities. Never have I seen a turf patch in a training room.
Yeah.
Never.
Then you got your treatment tables over here. These are more for like where you're laid up to get treated, whether you're doing STEM or any of that stuff, ultrasound, anything over here. These are the taping stations over here. So more treatment driven, just taping right here. And all our trainers' offices right across the wall on the backside. So all the treatment stations.
I was gonna ask you, how much time do you spend in here?
I don't really spend any time in here. I come down here once a day.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the training room one time a day just come check on our long-term return to play guys. We only have a couple right now, but like I feel like the guys that get forgotten are the guys coming off an ACL. Yeah. Or the guys coming off like a long-term injury. So like I like to come in here just to check on those guys and kind of push, like I'm pushing the guys on the field. I go in the weight room, I lift with our team a couple of days a week. So I want to come in here and the guys that are really dealing with a significant injury, I make sure I come catch them doing their work just so they know, like, hey, man, I know what you're doing. I got your back. Like, keep pushing.
And you're keeping the same standard for everybody.
Yeah, it doesn't change. Like, whatever your availability is, man, I still want you to be pushing to be your best. Yeah, absolutely. So as you come down here, you got the cryo chamber. So we've got in-house cryo right here that you can pop in. They can set it however they want right here.
How you doing?
And you go back here and get in the cryo chamber.
Okay.
A couple people at a time, and make sure your recovery's being taken care of the right way, which is really cool. The year we played y'all in Oxford, 18.
Yeah.
That was my 1 year at Ole Miss, and we used to have a cryo truck come to the team hotel the night before games, primarily for DK Metcalf. DK loved it. And it was like, yeah, so DK, we'd bring it. And then the last few years, for me, I used to have to send my guys off-site on Thursdays to go get cryo.
Yeah.
Here I have to send them down the hallway. That's pretty nice.
That's it.
In here, you've got all your recovery stuff. So you got sauna, steam room. You've got the sleep pod deal back here. So the float tank sleep room, where they say, here you go. They say you can sleep in here for like 15 minutes, and it's like getting 4 hours of sleep for your body almost. So you can come in here and do the float tank deal for recovery, rest in between things. Pretty cool that we got this in our building. That's something that not a lot of people have.
No, they do not.
And then,
like, a lot of NFL facilities don't even have
this. The NFL facilities are starting to catch up.
Yes.
Now that they're doing the player surveys and they're being more public. But for a long time, the NFL was just putting money in their players, not in their facilities. Now we've shifted where forever in college we put money in facilities. Now we're putting it into players more, right? So,
absolutely.
But you got all your underwater stuff where you can also, that can become a screen where they can show you your movement pattern on the treadmills, with the jets, cold tub, all the stuff. And this is really the treadmill one where they can shoot the video and watch, is your gait right? A guy coming off of a knee injury is going to go in there. So
you strike me as a cold tub guy.
I'm a cold tub guy.
You are, all right, you're a cold tub guy. I know
tub.
Jon Sumrall.
I cold tub.
I know this guy. Oftentimes, whenever you talk about these resources and all the things that you have, it's so the players can just focus on playing.
That's right.
But then it's like, well, coaches don't take that same mindset of delegating and having a good team and having people in place to where it allows you to just coach.
Yeah, well, as the head coach now in college football, so this is really the segue to this is good timing. This is sort of where our front office is. So Dave Caldwell, our general manager, Dave, like I was telling you a minute ago, Dave was the GM of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Correct.
For 8 years. And then he was also with the Philadelphia Eagles in a senior personnel role. And so we've got basically an NFL front office here that allows me to be freed up to coach the guys. And I'm not worried about contracts.
Nope.
I'm not worried about how we divvy up all the money. Now, I'm involved. It's not like I'm naive to the process.
Right.
But what it does for me is that really, I don't want to be a player negotiator. I want to be a coach. Then you come in here, you can see my office. As you come out here to the right, you got the grass practice fields.
So let me ask you this. Do you guys have the non-coaches, players only 7-on-7s out here?
So we're now in the summer allowed to do things with our guys with a football.
Okay.
So that's changed since COVID. So the COVID year, the 2020 COVID year when we lost spring practice, that's when that shifted to where we got time with a football in the offseason. So we're allowed 2 hours of real football work with our guys, and it can be with a football, like out here throwing and catching. So we do that some. They do a little bit on their own some. But yeah, so I'm not ever out here like watching because I can be down there now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's changed. Now, 10 years ago, you had to be like, all right, let's go say, oh, by the way, the guy's right.
Yeah.
So as you look out, you got the defensive practice field, the offensive practice field, and then all those garage doors, they all open up
to the indoor.
In the indoor. And then you got the stadium right here to your right. So you can see Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Sick.
Just right on the other side of the basketball arena.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Here's my question to you. All-time Gator, I need one offensive player, one defensive player that if you could have on this year's roster, you'd pick up.
I want Tim Tebow on offense.
Okay.
I don't know of any guy that affected the entire team better. It's hard to not say Coach Spurrier too.
Yeah,
because he won the Heisman Trophy here. You got Heisman winners of Spurrier, Danny Werfel, Tim Tebow. But Tim Tebow, I think, made the whole team play with an edge and some toughness by how he played the quarterback position. And so I'd have to say Tebow. And then I'm going to go current guy on our staff right now for defense and Brandon Spikes. Ooh. He was a violent, rugged, just kind of edgy player. And he's in our building. He works in our Gator Made program, which is our life skills program for our players, really helping them for life after football, career development stuff. So Spikes is back in the building doing that. But so 2 guys from the same era, I would take Tebow and Spikes.
Yeah, that's 2 damn good ones right there.
Yeah, and I was a GA at 06 in Kentucky, and we played them here in the Swamp. And I remember watching Tebow walk through after the Gator walk, and I saw Chris Leak, who was the starting quarterback at the time, and then I saw Tebow like a few guys behind him. I'm like, hang on, that's the freshman quarterback? He looks like an edge rusher or an inside linebacker, just yoked. And so I'll take 2 guys from the same era right there.
Yeah, those are 2 damn good players. But man, y'all got some good players.
It's hard not to say Jack Youngblood on defense too, though.
That's
played on a freaking broken leg.
Yeah.
Like Jack Youngblood, maybe one of the toughest, most blue collar football players in the history of the game. Who played here at the University of Florida too. So I'll give a shout out to Jack Youngblood along with Spikes on defense.
Youngblood, we appreciate you, we respect you. But again, like I said, y'all got some pretty damn good players on this roster, and we're gonna get into that later, though.
No doubt.
Get into that later.
We come back in here and check out some of the collection of shoes.
Yeah, the ones that are just kind of.
Yeah, you got some of the shoes here.
And I like how they're labeled too. Like,
the PE.
Player exclusive PE 23.
PE and the whole deal.
Man.
That's a Coach Spurrier visor right there. It's got the goat, so that's an honor of Coach Spurrier.
If you could pick any of these to play in, which way? Are you gonna go with a high top because this is back in your playing days?
Yeah.
Or still low top mode?
So I would like to say I could go low top mode, but I really couldn't. I'd probably want to be like mid 3/4. So I would probably go somewhere like right here. Like that would probably be my speed. So I'm not gonna go full on high. I'm not gonna go complete low.
Yeah.
I like the way these look.
Yeah,
they got enough flash on them, but they're still not maybe crazy over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some cool options. Our guys, they get to look good with what they're putting on for sure.
I might have to disagree with you.
Yeah, you're gonna take that.
Hey, these joints right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, wait, hold on. Let me see what size this. 11. Man, no, this is a nice little collection you got here.
It's not bad.
So let me ask you this. So when you retire, how many of these pairs you gonna take with you?
They're all gone.
They're all of them.
Going, yeah.
Y'all heard this, right?
Yep.
Whenever he retires, he's taking every pair.
This is probably not made for the show, but GMFG, it's something that I coined at Tulane. I'd walk in the locker room, and you went to Alabama, so you know this. So Alabama fans used to say, fucking tie.
Yep.
So I would walk in after a big win at Tulane, like this past year, we beat Northwestern. So we're at an American school beating a Big Ten school. A couple weeks later, we beat Duke, who had just taken Darian Mensah, our quarterback.
Yeah.
And so we beat Duke, big win for us. And so I walk in the locker room, I'd walk in, be quiet, the whole team would come, I'd go roll my fucking way. So now I one time tweeted GMFG, and now I have not tweeted it since. I've just did it one time. And all the Florida fans now are putting shit out with go Gators.
Gators, yeah. Coach Sumrall, we just got done with a hell of a tour of everything that you guys have to offer. Now we get to sit down. I have a couple more questions for you. And before we get into anything too tough, I want to ask you something. How many Tom Petty songs can you name?
Oh man, well it starts with "I Won't Back Down."
I heard that's a famous one around here.
Yeah, that I mean you can't get away from that one. But man, my kids, they love listening to Tom Petty on their way to school. So man, Tom Petty's great. Lots of great tunes from Tom Petty for sure.
Yeah, I heard that he's a legend around these parts. So I had to break the ice. I had to break the ice a little bit. But you know, we just talked about everything that we just saw on our tour, right? The locker room, the Jordan shoe collection, the new and improved weight room where you're just about to get all these new weights coming in. What got you to this moment? From Troy to Tulane to now the University of Florida, what got you here?
Well, I don't think you get in this chair without winning, right? You have to win, and you have to win to stay here. But I think how you win matters too. And I believe that I'm here because everything I've been a part of and everything I've done with my career has been player driven. I'm a firm believer, you know, if there were no players, there'd be no coaches. They don't need me for me, they need me to help build the player and serve the player and develop the player, and then in turn also build a team. And so for me, I think it all starts about serving our players, and that's where really my heart's always been in this job. You know, I've been doing this now for over 20 years in college football, and for me, it's all about being player driven.
You know, I had a wise head coach once. His name was Bill Belichick, and he used to tell us something similar to what you're saying all the time, but the way that he would describe it is players win games, coaches lose them.
Amen. There's no doubt. Yeah, you know, I've been really fortunate,
as a head coach to win a lot of games. We've lost a few, but we've won a whole lot more. And it's been because we've had great players. And really it's been because of the connectivity of those players. So, you know, I think the secret to great teams and championship teams is how do you get people to fight for each other and care about each other. And you know, the old G.K. Chesterton quote, the true soldier doesn't fight for what's across from him, he fights for what's behind him. Like what's behind you. And if you do it for the team and you do it for your brother, man, you got a chance to do something special.
Well, I appreciate you bringing me to this point, but I'm going to take you back a little bit. I've got a few things for you. Let me make sure I don't give it away too early. I got a couple things I want to show you. I must ask when I show you this, who is this guy?
Man, that was me, 2004, University of Kentucky. We're playing at Mississippi State. My only game where I had an interception in college. It's funny, I set my interception record at my high school. I think I had 18 high school interceptions. I played safety. I moved to linebacker in college. Only interception in college was this game on a tipped ball by B.J. Parsons, a defensive lineman, right in front of me. I dove out, caught it, had a little bit of a jammed up thumb in this game for a little while. Also was playing on a pretty bad high ankle in this game too. But the memories I have from every individual game are pretty deep. Jarius Norwood was the running back in this game for Mississippi State. And so remember this game well.
Who's this guy?
This is a guy this is a guy that needed some help with
he looks
with some hair products, maybe a haircut. Probably a guy that had either had fun the night before or was just finishing a lift. But no, that was me probably around the same time. And did not really ever do anything with my hair. People would be like, so what do you do to your hair? I'm like, actually nothing. I just take a shower and walk out and let it do whatever it wants to do. So that's me in college, man.
Yeah, well, the hair is definitely better now. I will give you that. But one thing that I will say, when I look at those pictures, and if a lot of people were to look at those pictures and know it was you, one thing that they don't know that you dealt with while you played at Kentucky was a career-ending injury. Yeah. And you had a quote where you spoke to the team after it was decided that you weren't going to be playing anymore. And you told the team, I'll be around for whatever you guys need. Whatever you guys need from me, I'll be here. But I need the same thing from you guys. What did that whole entire moment of your career ending, and little did you know it was going to propel you into this new career, what did that whole moment mean for you? How did it drive you where you are now?
Yeah, it's a great question, man. I was an overachieving player. I wasn't one of these guys that just naturally had physical giftedness that made me be elite. I had to work extremely hard at my craft just to be able to have any shot at playing in the SEC. And so, you know, I was good enough to get there, but I wasn't good enough to maybe play at a high level without working ridiculously hard. And so, coming from the state of Alabama, was a two-time high school all-state player, went to the University of Kentucky, worked my way up the depth chart. Didn't walk in and wasn't on the top. I was at the very bottom of the roster. And then by my junior year, I was a starting inside linebacker, and I led the team in tackles in 2004. And I'd had some neck issues, similar to you. You had a neck injury as well. And my arms were going numb for multiple days at a time, like after serious contact practices or games. And so I had a stinger that lasted in one of my arms for like 3 days. And got told, hey, you can't play football ever again. And I was really in a phase where the game had slowed down for me. I was a team captain. I was a guy that had established myself as a known player, and really thought, hey, do I have a shot at the NFL or not? I don't know. But what I do know is I've given everything in this game I've got to become the best player I can become. And then you fast forward and you transition real quickly to like, what's next? And so I was maybe borderline depressed, to be quite honest, for probably about a month. Got in my car, left Lexington, Kentucky, drove to Destin, Florida. I tried to drink every cold beer that was in the city of Destin, and try to drink away my sorrows, maybe to some extent, to forget about what I was going through. And then a couple of days later, I get a phone call from Steve Hellier, who is Rich Brooks' football ops guy. And Coach Hellier says, Summy, Coach Brooks wants to know if you want to be a GA. And I'm like, yeah, when do I need to be back? And he said, tomorrow. And so I went back to the condo, packed my stuff up, went to bed, woke up the next morning, got in the car and drove back to Lexington and started coaching. in 2005, what would have been my senior year. But it gave me a jump start at the time. What looked like maybe a dead end really was just a detour. And it was a detour to what my future was going to be.
With everything that you're saying about how you dealt with your injury and how you were reached out to right after, the day after, can you be a part of this staff? That tells me that you were such an intricate part of the culture of that program that your presence could not go without, or the presence of the program could not go without you.
Well, I'd given a lot to my team and to the game and to myself in regards to my own development. And, my teammates in college, this is when everybody still got into a huddle, right? Like there was no tempo spread offense at this time. And so I have a picture in my parents' house that my mom still has, the house I grew up in, where I'm the huddle call guy. I'm the Mike linebacker getting the signal from the defense coordinator. I'm in the middle of the huddle, kind of looking up at the D linemen because I'm short compared to all of them and giving them the call. And all my teammates, in particular the D linemen, several of them, Ellery Moore and Vincent Sweet Pea Burns, and a lot of those guys, they used to kid around and call me Drill Sergeant. That was my nickname because I would be like, everybody shut up, everybody be quiet. Like I'm trying to give you the call, like keep your mouth shut. And so, the minute the game was taken away from me, but then I was then asked to like, hey, we don't want you to stay in the program. We want you to like be intimately involved in this program and start coaching. You look back on that and I'm like, man, that changed my life for the better. And at the time, what could have been a really negative situation really just jump-started what my future was.
Such a interesting conversation as we start talking about culture. And we know how important having culture is. What is the biggest challenge of revitalizing the culture at a program this big?
Yeah, culture is sort of a buzzword, right, in our society, and in particular in the football world right now. I think it's talked about more than ever. To me, it's your daily standards. And when I talk about your daily standards, I really mean it's a combination of what you promote and encourage, added up with what you tolerate and allow. And so if I promote or encourage in our team meeting room when I show film, guys straining their ass off to the football or playing with extreme physicality or knowing how to line up with great detail, then I'm calling that out in front of our team and going, hey, this is what this looks like. This is the positive. This is what we're hunting. And then conversely, if I don't call out guys loafing or not doing the right thing or practicing the wrong way, then I'm allowing that, and that's what I'm going to get in return. They're going to keep doing it. And so to me, you have to hold the standards ridiculously high every day. I also, I don't do it to maybe just the young player on the team. I call it the best players on our team. I coach the best player the hardest. Jadan Baugh played your position, sits right here in our front row in our team meeting room. He gets coached harder by me than anybody. All right, so because he's got a lot to give this team and a lot of talent in himself. And so I'm going to push him every day to be his best. I'm going to hold him to a standard that's ridiculously hard to meet. And so I think when guys in the room, they feel like, hey, everybody has to meet the standard. It's non-negotiable. It doesn't change for anyone. It's unwavering. Then guys start to get what that looks like. I also think the culture concept, it takes a really long time sometimes to build that up to what you want it to look like. Okay, like I think to build it to what the ideal is, it can be a tedious, challenging task. All it takes is a couple of bad decisions in one day to start to deteriorate that culture. It starts to wear down and break down. And so as soon as you get lazy or nonchalant or complacent, your culture's about to really take a fall.
And whenever you coach your best player, i.e. Jadan Baugh, harder than anybody else, do you see him then take on the ownership of that coaching and then live out what he's being coached to do as an example for the other players in the locker room?
Yeah, no question. I think first they have to know where that critique is coming from. So there has to be relationship. If I'm only transactional in my interaction with the player and I'm just trying to get something out of them, then it's not going to be real effective. As a coach, I try to be transformational, and really what it is I'm trying to help them understand I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this because I want to help you become your best. And then, I want the other guys in the room to feed off of that challenge. And so I think great players want to be coached. Great players, like guys that want to be the best they can be, they don't deflect it. They don't shy away from it. They own it. They look it in the eye squarely and they take it in and they try to really embrace how can they improve. They're hungry for that feedback. And so when your best players, Jadan Baugh, Vernell Brown III, who we saw his locker downstairs, like those guys, they love getting coached. When your best players also really like getting coached and they work really hard, that's when you have a chance to do special things.
Yeah, and when you've got a great culture, when you've got great players, that obviously makes it easy to win. And I want to talk about a player that has both, and we've talked about him already, which is Jadan Baugh. Great player, great culture piece. What is it about Jadan, both on and off the field, to where you can point at him and look at him and be like, that is our culture guy. All the other guys, the young guys, this is a leader whose example you should follow.
Yeah, well, he's really hardworking. Like you can go in our weight room, and right now the weight room's cleaned out like you saw, but you can watch our offense lift, and he's pushing more weight than anybody. He's loading up that bar. Like when it comes time to deadlift it, it's 500. Like it ain't light. Like he's throwing serious weight around. He's pound for pound, if not the strongest, one of the strongest guys on our team. So I think you see a lot about a guy in the weight room and how they work. He works really hard down there. He also practices with real physicality day in, day out. There's not like a, hey, this is a scrimmage Jadan Baugh or a game day Jadan Baugh, and this is a Tuesday Jadan Baugh that doesn't look the same. I feel like the same guy shows up and he brings it every day, and he likes to put that work in, and he likes to bang, and he likes to play with an edge. And so I think it's really cool for one of your best players to also have a little bit of some practice habits that maybe match what his talent is.
Does he finish every run in the end zone?
He's working on it.
Okay, all right. See, that's everybody. This is a lesson, because as great as you can be, as much of a culture guy, there's always something that you can work on. And as a running back, I know when you practice, every time you touch that thing, you got to take it to the end zone.
Get in the paint.
So if I don't see him and I don't get a chance to tell him, you tell him that Damien Harris said so.
I will. No, he's really worked hard since we got here. I've been on him about finishing every run. You know, and it's not okay to be as big as he is and not finish every run where you're punishing the other side of the football. The defense needs to fill you every time, and so he's worked really hard at that. And we hadn't arrived, but we're getting there.
Yeah, you are getting there. And again, you're changing the culture, but you're doing that with a lot of great players. And to the point of after the spring game, you said that this team was a sleeping giant. How do you wake them up?
Yeah, I was really talking about the program as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, I hope this team's the one that wakes it up completely. I'd like for it to be, because I'm not real patient, and I'm not interested in figuring out how to do it 5, 6, 7 years from now. I want to do it right now. But this program's a sleeping giant. We got to wake the beast up. And you know, we're the University of Florida. We're the 5th ranked public school academically in the United States of America right now. All right, we're in Gainesville, Florida, right in the middle of Jacksonville, Tampa, and Orlando. We got a lot to recruit to. We got a great college town. We got unbelievable weather. You saw the facility. All right, like if you can't recruit here, you got a problem. Like you're not very good as a coach if you can't recruit guys here. And so we've got a lot to recruit too, but how do you team build? How do you help this group maximize what it can become? And this day and age in college football, every team is so unique and different. Every year you're starting over. You know, we're gonna have almost 60 new guys on this team this year out of 118 when we probably end our final number on our roster. It'll probably be 60 new out of 118, roughly. And so half the team's brand new. And so to me, it's maximize each player's ability, all right? It's become a team. It's compete every day in everything we do at a high level to where our guys know, man, we bring it every day. We don't have to bring it on game day because we bring it every day.
Wonderful. I want to go back to something that you said, though, because you said you're not very patient. And I think a part of the reason why you're not very patient is because you've had instant success at every place that you have been. Now, I'm not saying this to blow your head up, and I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse. What have you learned from being a head coach from starting at Troy until now to where you can apply those same things to try to get a fast start at your time with the University of Florida?
Well, I think every time you walk in new, you have to evaluate the landscape of what you're walking into. You know, when I took the head job at Troy, I shared this with you earlier, I kept half of the full-time coaching staff off of a team that had gone 5-7 for 3 straight years. And the next year we went 12-2 and finished 19th in the country in all of college football. Everything here is not completely broken. Are there some things that need attention? Yes. And so when you walk into a new situation, you're evaluating, okay, what's going well? What's not going well? There were some things here when I got here going pretty good. Jake Sankel is a strength coach who's also our head nutritionist, rock star. Like when I got here, I evaluated that area and I'm like, that guy doesn't need to leave, he needs to stay. He's the best best there is in the business at what he does. There were other areas I felt like we needed to make sweeping, drastic change. And so I think as the head coach, you go back, I think the three things you do, you build a winning culture, number one. You select the right people to be in the building. And maybe sometimes that means having to ask some people to move on. Not that they're not good, but you have to get it built the way you need it built to be successful where you are. And then everyone that you've selected that's in that building, they're yours. You now have to develop them to be their best. And when you drill it down and you keep it that simple, then my job really gets pretty easy. It's not that complicated because build a winning culture, get the right people here, develop those people. And if you do that, and that's all you're thinking about all the time, then I think you have a chance to create quick success.
So those are the answers to how Jon Sumrall gets it done in Florida.
That's how I operate.
That's how you.
I don't care if I'm at my high school, at Troy, Tulane, or the University of Florida. I think those things travel. Now, this league is different week in, week out than any league in college football, top to bottom. The 16-team SEC right now, I think is unparalleled from a competitive depth standpoint. You look at what this league has done over the longevity of NFL draft picks the last 20 years. Year in, year out, the NFL drafts more SEC players than any other league. But then I think also you look at just the success certain teams have had, whether it be the most recent success of teams that maybe have hit the come up. And so I think top to bottom, this league is really challenging.
Well said. Y'all heard it here from Coach Jon Sumrall. Listen, before we let you go, we made it a little bit intense. We're in an intimate moment. Now let's relax a little bit. Let's breathe a little bit, okay? I got some more things. Hold on, we'll do away with these. We don't need those anymore. But I got something right here. I got more surprises for you. So we're gonna play a little game right here for the ladies and gentlemen at home. We're going to blindly rank University of Florida jerseys. Now, I've already heard from you what the combo is, what your ideal combo is. I know. Okay, I know, but I got some different ones.
Yeah.
And we're gonna rank these blindly 1 through 5. All right, you ready?
Yep. All right, so I'm having to rank. We got 5.
We got 5. Yep.
So I like this one a lot. This is a throwback.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, what you rank it? 1 through 5, blindly.
Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna go 3.
3. That's a safe bet.
Yeah, because then I give myself a lot of options here.
Safe bet. Don't
as
look.
we go.
I'm gonna show the people. Y'all see it first?
All right, I'm gonna go right here. I like orange. I love the orange. I'm gonna go 4.
You gonna go 4?
4.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, not sure if I would agree, but we got another one.
All right, I'm gonna go 2 here.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this?
This is 5 to me.
This is 5.
This is 5. I'm good.
And I don't know. I've gotten to know you a little bit today. I don't know everything about you, but if I had to guess, this would probably be your favorite, huh?
This is number 1.
That's number 1?
Hey, for you to hold on this last, I played that well. This is my favorite, far and away. This is my least favorite, far and away. I think I nailed it.
Yeah, I think you did.
But we definitely got my favorite.
The fact that you put the snake skins at the last spot, that I don't need anything more from you.
Yeah,
anything, whatever else you had done 1 through 4, we could have made that work.
Yeah, we're good on those.
Yeah, we're good on.
We're not pulling those out.
Yeah, no. Do away with those. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, I got 2 good ones for you. Okay. As the University of Florida's newest head football coach, Jon Sumrall, who do you already hate more? I'll give you 4 teams, and you have to rank them 1 through 4. You've got Florida State, Miami, Georgia, and LSU.
Yeah, I think you probably have to start Florida State. Okay. We play them year in, year out. Mm-hmm. They're within the same state as us. Mm-hmm. And so that one has to be, to me, that's got to be at the top. Then I think Georgia has got to be number 2. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of 1A, 1B.
Pretty much.
I don't know that there really is a number 2. I think it's just 1 and 1. Mm-hmm. And then the other 2, I think you can mix them up. Miami's in our state. We don't play them every year. Mm-hmm. So maybe less of a direct rivalry. And then LSU, no longer on our permanent crossover deal. So, but still a pretty high intense big game. But the first two, real easy. The last two, you mix them up a little bit for me.
I'm not going to say why, but if you cross paths with somebody by the name of Lane Kiffin and the LSU Tigers and you win that game, I bet the fans will be pretty happy about that one.
Hey, look,
I think they'll enjoy that.
We got a little time to get there, but yeah, they're not on schedule this year.
Yeah, we'll see them one day.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to imagine this, right? We're going through an NFL Combine, and we're putting the SEC head coaches through the NFL Combine. I'm going to give you 40 bench, so on and so forth. You tell me who would win in that particular drill. 40-yard dash. Who's going to win it? SEC head coach.
Goodness gracious. I wish I had a list of everybody. Maybe I might give that one to Beamer.
Really?
Yeah,
Beamer?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Shane. I mean, he's skinny, you know?
He is. And he's skinny and he's fired.
Yeah.
He got a little crackhead energy.
Yeah, he looks like the kind of guy that would sprint.
You're
like, yeah, I might go Shane.
Okay, bench. I might go Jon Sumrall.
I think I got a shot. I think I got a shot there. I feel decent about my chances in that one.
We're gonna go ahead and pencil in Jon Sumrall. Okay, what about Vert?
Ooh, we might give that one to Lane. I don't know. He does that yoga stuff, so he's stretching all the time. So maybe
he's nice and limber.
That might be Lane.
So
Lane might be good at the vertical.
Okay, broad jump.
I would probably go Will Stein. I think Will Stein's got a little athleticism about him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pull right there.
Yeah, I think Will probably could hit the broad jump.
A fellow newcomer to the SEC.
Yeah.
Okay. 20-yard shuttle. Now, see, before you answer this, I want to tell you that 20-yard shuttle, that's the real test of an athlete right there.
That's a test. Golly, it's probably easier to say who wouldn't win that than who would. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm probably more interested in how many guys would get hurt doing the 20-yard shuttle.
Yeah. Well,
there'd be some injuries.
Yeah. You don't look like you get hurt doing that bench, though. You
No,
look like
I'll
you
be
would
fine.
hurt the bench.
I'll be fine on the bench. Yeah. I'll hit that just fine.
All right. Well, that was a very underwhelming list of combine participants.
I don't know that we have a lot of great athletes as head coaches.
Yeah. That's why you recruit the good athletes.
As I'm looking I'm trying to go through my head. I'm like, all right, who's a great athlete right now? I don't know.
They're the ones on the roster, not the ones coaching.
I don't know that the coaches are great athletes right now.
Okay, all right. Well, let's transition now out of the SEC coaches into more of like some University of Florida Gainesville lore, if you will. Do you know the words to "We Are the Boys" yet?
I know "We Are the Boys of Florida." I don't know every word, but I'm working on it. So I'm actually working currently through our fight song and several other songs that we're going to have to make our team learn so that in the locker room we know what our songs are. And then post game, we go to our band at home games. So I do know "We Are the Boys of Florida," though.
You're getting close.
Close, yeah.
You're getting close. Yeah. Okay. Do you know the 2 bits chant?
Yeah, I've heard it enough. I'm not going to recite it right now, but yeah, I know.
I don't know
bits,
it. So
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators, stand up and holler.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it is. Yeah. So
okay.
I've heard it. I've been on the wrong side of hearing it, but I've heard it plenty. So yeah, 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators, stand up and holler.
All for the Gators, stand up and holler. Okay, I'll remember that.
Yep.
Have you been to the Bat House yet?
I have. Yeah. So I run by there some. I don't do it at dusk or dawn, but yeah. So when you pull by Lake Alice, you can see the lake there on your left. If you're pulling off campus, and on your right, you have the Bat Houses. And then you have a really good chance of seeing an alligator in Lake Alice. So I've got several pictures on my phone of alligators, maybe on the bank at Lake Alice, and always a cool little area. Yeah, you're not in alligators and bats. You're good.
No. Give me to the horses and the cows.
We got that too. So 30 minutes away, you got Ocala, which is probably that and Lexington are kind of the horse capitals of the United States of America. So. Huge horse industry 30 minutes down the road.
You're going to have to take me by that.
I need to see that.
And I know you got all the connections around here. So, okay, this is a good one. Do you know what the city of Gainesville used to be called?
I do not. I'm not
Really?
aware. Yeah, what was it?
Hogtown.
Hogtown. You know what I did know?
Hogtown.
I did know. Oh, I've heard of Hogtown, but I didn't know that was what Gainesville was called. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm teaching you
Yeah,
something.
I'm learning something.
You show me,
Hey,
I teach you.
I've been doing football history at Florida, but not enough of this stuff.
Not Hogtown history.
Not Hogtown
Football
yet.
history. Yeah. Okay. All right. Last one I got on here. Do you know the words to "Won't Back Down"?
Yeah, with music, I'm great. I'm not going to go a cappella. I'm not going to sing it without. But yeah, I know it. The great deal here is they play it in basketball games, gymnastics before the fourth rotation, not just football games. But yeah, when I got hired officially the day I took the job at my press conference, we did. Walked in the stadium. They played it. Did a lot of videos with it. Like I said, on my kids' way to school, which I don't take them very often because I'm usually already here at work. But occasionally when I do, that's the number one request right now for what they want to hear on the radio on their way is I won't back down. So that's pick number one by whoever gets to pick it.
And you know what's so cool? Your kids will never forget that.
They won't.
They will never forget that. If you have another job somewhere else, if you don't coach again, whatever, they'll remember that moment.
One of my favorite Jordan Brand t-shirts we got here that I was wearing it earlier this morning, and it says on it, I won't back down. And so I think it's great for us as a reminder as a football team.
Yeah. Before we let you go, we're running tight on time. I want to see how much you know about Gators. Not the Florida Gators. Not your players. Not the members of this university.
But the actual animal.
Legitimate Gators. And I want to tell you, before we get into this, you and I are on a journey together because I don't know the answers. They just happen to be on a card in front of me.
Well, this I guess it was March. They had a Alligator Ranch bring a 7-foot gator. Her name was Helena into the stadium, and I did a photo shoot with her.
No
It was pretty entertaining,
All right.
An impressive animal. I learned more that day than I knew. So I'm not saying I'm going to know any of these answers.
I was about to say,
because of that experience, I at least have a shot, maybe. But
listen, Helena's in the back of your mind watching you, like just a fresh piece of meat.
Scaring the shit out of me. She hissed at me one time. I'm like, well, I'm out. So,
All right, question number one. How long have alligators been around?
Oh, gosh, forever. Right?
That's a great answer.
Forever.
That's what our teachers told us.
Forever.
So 37 million years, forever. It's interchangeable. Interchangeable.
Yeah.
1 for 1. Okay. How many alligators are estimated to live in the state of Florida?
Oh my gosh. 1 million.
Ooh, you're very close. 1.3 million.
Yeah.
Helena done taught you some shit now.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the average lifespan for an alligator in the wild?
18 years.
30 to 50.
Oh,
30 to 50. It's all right. It's all right. I didn't hear Helena hit. You're good. You're good. How many teeth do an alligator have?
36.
You're in the range. 30 to... No, actually, I lied. I'm looking. See, I told you. I don't know nothing about alligators as well. I lied. You're way off. You're way off.
28.
Between 74 and 80.
Holy
way
smokes.
off. Way off. Way
I'm
off.
good.
Way off. Yeah, we're way off of that one. Okay. How large does a male alligator get?
Like the biggest it can get?
What's the biggest? Give me like a 5-foot range.
Yeah, I'd go like 14 to 18 feet.
You're dancing right around it. 13 to 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to get any guesses on females?
Yeah, probably like 12 to 16 or 11 to 16 maybe.
11 to 16?
Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Just a nice
10 feet,
cool,
okay,
just a nice
easy,
cool
yeah.
10. Yeah, nice cool 10.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. How many hours a day does an alligator sleep?
20.
Close. Again, like, see, you're right around it. You did learn something that day. 17. But I'm sure if it was extra tired, you might get a little extra sleep.
Right.
Okay. Are alligators nocturnal?
No.
Yes.
Oh, man.
They are. You were doing so good. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. We are. Okay, last one. I'm gonna make this this or that. Do alligators sleep with one eye open or both eyes closed?
Both eyes closed.
You're wrong again, bro. We took a bet before we had you on that you were gonna get that right, just because it was like something about this guy. He was just thinking alligators sleep
Just
with
one eye open. No, that had me shocked.
Yeah, just one eye.
What's
bro.
crazy is when they're not moving, how still they are, but like they got their eyes open. They're like, all right, what's going on? Is this alligator looking at me or is it not? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, well, listen, man, if it's a real alligator, if it's a University of Florida alligator, they've got all of our interests. You have all of our interests. We're very happy for you. We respect what you signed up to do. I'm looking forward to you having a great year. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you coming to hang out.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Awesome.